I ask you, who you voted for?
That's a tough question.
Oh, oof.
Look at all of these lovely people.
Oof. I'm scared.
Is that going to be the out for me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
that's going to be it.
all right. And that's all she wrote.
Give it up for Matt, everybody. Thanks for shooting your shot, buddy. Good luck. Great hair. Wow.
He's going back to God's country.
I don't talk about politics much on this channel, and not really about to start today. But there's a specific reason that I picked this video. I plan on doing a video or two about shame, and this really highlights some of the points that I'm going to go over in that video, so I'm going to give you a taste of some of that. So what you were looking at here is a dating show, and you got one guy, and I guess the chemistry has been good up to this point, right? You got one guy, one girl, and she asked a question. Who are you voting for? Or who did you vote for? The dude freezes up. Now, before we get to why he froze up, if you never watched the Dave Chappelle joke about voting, I'm going to play it for you right now.
I was thinking, man, this is an election year. I'm going to ask you, you're a white guy, do you know who you're voting for yet? Don't know, do you? Now, you see that? You see what just happened here? Let me tell you something. That is a cultural thing. He knows who he's going to vote for. He's just not going to tell me. See? I've noticed that. That is a cultural thing. White people do not like to talk about their political affiliations. It's a secret. You ever ask a white guy who's voting for you? Hey, Bob, who are you going to vote for? Dave, whoa. Well, take it easy now. Take it easy. So anyway, I was fucking my wife in her ass, right? And I mean, it was something else. Yeah, but who are you voting for? Dave, come on with the voting. I'm trying to tell you about fucking my wife here. Ask me all these personal questions.
So when you look at that joke, it's funny, but it highlights how white people are when it comes to telling who they voted for and things like that. Black people don't typically have that issue because people are either like me, really don't think all politics is just windbag bullshit. Both sides are racist. It really doesn't matter who you vote for, and I thought that before. I thought that during Obama's second fucking term. During the black guy's second term. Like, get the fuck out of here. It really doesn't matter. Like, we're not getting shit out of the deal. Or you have people who everybody is on code. Oh, we just vote for the Democrats. We vote for the Democrats because Democrats are synonymous with black. So, at least that's what most black people think until you peel back the layers and really look at what the fuck is going on. And most don't. But let's go back to white people because that's who's on the screen. So you see the one who's not even answering a question, put his head down. Everybody in the building knew what it was. And when I say knew what it was, we gotta break it down like this. They knew when she asked that question, there's only one correct answer. That's the first thing. Why? Because most women are liberal. You've seen the voting polls. Y'all seen what happened last election. We don't got to do this. You know what it is. When it comes to all the gay shit, the feminist shit, just the white liberal is typically female. Like, that's what it is. It's a lot of females to support that stuff, white women. So, boom. We already know what it is. So there's only one correct answer. You had to vote for Kamala. That's it. So the second thing is everybody in the room knew it was a deal breaker. Everybody knew if you don't say the one name that she wants to hear, this is over. Fuck all the chemistry you have. Fuck how much y'all relate to each other. It is absolutely over. She's not going to fuck with you if you say you voted for this guy. And the third factor is the most important. You got the guy on the left lowering his head, and that is like some secondhand embarrassment type shit because he knows what's going on just like the rest of the crowd. But the apprehensiveness of the man to tell who he voted for, the hesitation, the fact that he did not want to put it out there on camera, but nonetheless, he could not firmly stand on who he was voting for. Now, I want to take you to a few comments. So the top comment says, if you're too embarrassed to say your candidate's name, red flag. Next one says, Buddy didn't realize hating women came with the price. The next one said, Buddy is going home to tweet about the male loneliness epidemic. And then on another slide, we have more of the same. If you're embarrassed by who you voted for, you should explore that feeling. That's funny to me, which we're going to explore. I voted for Kamala. See, not a tough question. Notice how he was ashamed to even say it. Red flag, red flag. Now, this is the thing about this. There is a common theme amongst these comments. It's shame and embarrassment. Those two things, shame and embarrassment. And the thing is, I don't know the dude. I am not him. But I know the social dynamic because you can see it, and I just know it. I don't think he's ashamed of his decision or embarrassed about his decision. He knows that he's going to get embarrassed and shamed for saying his decision. That's what it is. And I think that there is a difference. So let me break it down because I'm not going to go super in depth today, but let me just break it down for you very easily. You could be at home and put on some shit that you really like as far as an outfit that you really think is some fly shit. You can then go out in public in that same outfit that you at home thought was some fly shit, and people begin to make fun of you. Being made fun of is not a good feeling. You try to defend yourself, but it's multiple people against one. You then grow to feel embarrassed in that moment, and the thing that you liked, you then begin to feel this might not be the best outfit, even though you loved it at home. These things are possible. I've seen it in real life. Nobody wants to be the center of shame, ridicule, jokes, or anything like that. So the thing is, people misconstrue you not wanting to be that, with you actually thinking that you have done something wrong. Because let me give you a counterexample. Somebody who steals money out of a church collection plate or a Salvation Army collection, bucket or whatever, or just even steals from the homeless or anything like that. Those are things that would be very weird if somebody felt good about those things. It would be very weird if somebody felt proud about doing that. I would say it's hard to believe that somebody that is a thief is I've never seen a thief that brags. I've never seen that. So not only do they know what they're doing is wrong when they do it, but it's not something they would parade around. It's not something that they are actually proud of. So those two things are different. Those are two different dynamics. And they're mistaking this for like the thief situation where he went into the voting booth doing something that he knew was bad and he is embarrassed to say it. This is the thing. If a woman wasn't at stake, if a woman's validation and approval in a potential relationship wasn't at stake, and you seen that same resistance, then I would be able to say, oh, he's ashamed of it because we're not about to judge him for it. There's nothing on the line, but he's still scared to say it. Now, I'm going to end on this note because this is basically the point of the video. His reaction that you've seen in this video is why things are the way they are today. This is how come the feminist movement has gotten so far and so destructive and things like that, which I want to be clear. I don't think that all feminism is fucking horrible or anything like that, but there are certain things that have been destructive to society. I'm not about to go in depth on this 15-minute video. But when you also look at the gay stuff, a lot of the LGBTQ stuff, one of the things that I always say is that, and I probably haven't said this on the channel, I don't know, but the reason a lot of this stuff got headway and it went as far as it did and it got all the traction it did, in my opinion, which I have said this on the channel, is because of heterosexual women, the support of heterosexual women and the shame that they put on heterosexual men who say stuff like the F-bomb, who might not even be like really homophobic, but if you say anything, like it's just gotten so sensitive to where you can't do anything that was done in the 90s that was even done in movies, like dropping the F-bomb and stuff like that. And you're not even talking about a gay person. Like, it's just that stuff is done. That stuff is done. And you have to thank heterosexual women for pushing that line. And even with the eating coochie video that may have dropped or might drop later, I don't know if it's going to drop. Like, this is what happens. You have men who really want these women, and they are going to conform to whatever sensitivities the women have so that they can not only get the coochie, but they can retain the woman, so that they can get that approval from women in mass and not be an outcast, not be, labeled a misogynist or just anything negative like that. Men innately fear that shame because it can mess up your mating chances and stuff like that. And this right here that you've seen is a display of that. So men will not only conform, they will actually support and rally behind women with ridiculous views. You'll see a heterosexual man getting in heated debates with you. He has a logical, well-functioning brain. He'll get in a debate with you about a man with male genitals, a penis, feeling like he's a woman. So now that makes him a woman. And just they'll have debates with you about stuff like that. And I don't think that's a product of them being intellectual and like really just looking through everything and saying, this is okay. Okay, I can see this. I think it's really a product of them seeing how emotional women are about it. And they don't want to lose that approval. They want to be in alignment with whatever women want. So they get on board and they try to put some intellectualism behind it, whatever the case may be. And even though I tell y'all I don't say the term alpha, this is beta male simp shit. That's all it is. You see a lot of men really terrified and afraid of women as a collective, thinking of them negatively. But the funniest shit about that is women don't give a fuck what men think at all, as an individual or as a group. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. I've been saying it for the past few weeks. This new batch of hoes is pretty shame-proof, bro. But men caring about how women feel and what they think so much to the point it begins to shape their decisions is what's shaping society. That's it for today. Let me know your thoughts. I'm gone.